Thank you very much. 4th of July just a couple of days away, as you know. The city getting ready once again for a spectacular celebration. And once again, security is of the utmost importance, and some new measures are in place this year. Todd McGhee from Protecting the Homeland Innovations joins me now so we can talk a little bit more about this. Thanks for being here this morning.
Good morning.
So we talk about some new measures that are in place. And last year we had obviously very good reason to have new and very strict measures in place. Is there a particular reason this year why there's some new added measures in place?
Well, lessons learned. We always want to improve our security concerns, with whether there's an imminent discussion of fear of criminal acts or terrorism in the case of last year. But the mindset is we always want to improve. And we're not just thinking about security concerns, but we're also thinking about safety concerns.
Okay, so let's go through some of the new ones here. Some of the things that are different here. Let's talk bikes first, because they're not going to allow any bikes in those secure areas. What's the thought process behind that?
One of the things that Colonel Albin from the State Police had talked about was in the case of a disbursement, trying to clear the area, that can become potential trip hazards and really create to a problematic area where people are falling over them, and if they can just be simply removed, it eliminates a potential obstacle.
It makes it easier for them if they have, well, we saw 2 years ago, just because of weather, people had to rush out. So if you'd have those out of there, it's one less thing to worry about.
And that's on our safety side of the concerns.
Okay. In terms of boats, I know now they said they're going to be moving the barges westward, more towards the Mass Ave Bridge, and they're not going to allow boats between the barges and the bridge. Thought process there?
Very simply, just having more of a setback for those particular security and safety concerns. For those people that enjoy the festivities on the 4th from the water, that have that fortunate opportunity, then the mindset is just greater setbacks, creating more of a distance, because again, the barges that have the fireworks, there's a lot of types of explosive material that's on those barges, so they just want to make sure that they're ensuring safety with the setbacks.
Safety first. All right, and then there's a whole bunch of items here that you just can't even bring, and this is tough because, I mean, the weather's going to be an issue this year, but that aside, let's say it is a beautiful day when they do end up doing it. A lot of people go there very first thing in the morning because you want to get a good seat, and so you're thinking, great, I'll pack the cooler. No, you can't bring a cooler. You can't bring backpacks, firearms, obviously, cans and alcoholic drinks. What can you bring?
Well, coolers are allowed as long as they're able to be carried in. So nothing rolled, no wheeled, nothing large capacity, but the smaller handheld coolers are acceptable. As you mentioned, no bottles, no glass, again, obviously for safety concerns. Also, what can be put inside of those items, so they're looking for clear bottles, liquids inside clear bottles, similar to what we see at TSA
like
checkpoints.
Plane,
Exactly. Also, we have to be mindful of the Longfellow Bridge is going to be closed off, not so much from security, but more because of safety concerns because of construction there. So also patrons going down will also see checkpoints, as they saw last year. So the security is enhanced, lessons learned, trying to evolve, keeping an environment safe for all the patrons to enjoy the 4th.
Is this the future now? I mean, every year we're going to see these type of restrictions?
We're going to see this, and every year there could be a little tweak each and every year to just continue to enhance the security.
Are there things that we won't see or they won't tell us about that maybe they are tweaking and you know, obviously don't want the public necessarily to know about?
Well, obviously our communications will be much better between, again, this is a multi-jurisdictional operation, just like every large-scale event. So we're going to have anywhere from 600,000 plus attending this event, so there's going to be a lot of security dynamics set up at the different staging areas for law enforcement, State Police, Boston Police, also with Department of Conservation and Recreation. Very, very important for the viewers to see. Go to the website, there's a 5-page document there that lists all of the parking restrictions that start today.
They start today?
Today.
Oh, that's good to know. And they will be making their decision, by the way, today about what they're going to be doing. Quickly, before we let you go, I've been talking about weather, and we've been talking about this all morning. We're watching Arthur. Does weather play a factor in the security at all?
Well, those are some of the things that you talk about, the evacuation. We saw that in the past, that if a storm front does come in during the actual festivities, people are going to want to get out and find shelter. That could contribute to trip hazards and some type of trampling. So that is a security concern.
They take all these things into account. All right, we'll be watching to see what they decide on when they're going to have it exactly. Todd McGhee joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.